Tanya.
Hey, happy Sunday. How are you?
Happy Sunday. Girl, I'm good. Look, this is technically officially our first week back
I
from
know,
vacation.
even though last week was bomb with the summit, but
It
yeah,
was. Oh, yes. We did do that. But I was thinking about as far as sitting on the panel. So, yes, that was a really, I enjoyed myself. It was hot though.
it was hot, but thankfully I made a way to stand at that shelter.
Yes, you did. You became the protector of the shelter. And Miss Crystal, who just jumped in and started working like she was a part of the.
Yes, like she was our team. She was,
Yeah, she did. We need to get her a t-shirt for real.
we
Her and my
do,
mom. We really need to get them
we do.
t-shirts. They are part of the team.
I appreciate both of them so much
I
and
know.
their
She jumped
support.
in, signing in people. And then what was most funny to me is how she ran over and made that lady sign that waiver when she realized she was staying.
Wait, it was so funny. Wait, when she was walking up with her baby, and Crystal was like, "Oh, I don't think she's going over there. Or she walking past us. Oh, she probably just here to visit the park." And then we were just sitting there chatting, talking. Do. Girl, she glanced over there and was like, "She over there doing yoga."
She got to sign a waiver. Crystal flew over there. She like,
She
you need
did.
to. I need you to sign this waiver. You
She
know.
did. She was like, "That lady was probably her dog."
So Crystal, we appreciate you because that was hilarious.
Oh, she was so funny. She grabbed that pen and paper so fast. It was like, zoom. I was like, "What is
When
she
I say she
doing?"
took on her role, she took on her role.
She was. I was like, my goodness. When she said she was gonna stay over here with me, I didn't know she was gonna stay and take
I
over.
know she did.
I'm like, go ahead.
We had an exciting time. We met some great connections,
Yeah.
some women who I actually wanted to make time to come to the podcast and
Hmm.
speak. It was really great. I wish I had kind of did that sound bath now that it's all over. But we were in the thick of things, trying to record and do all
Hmm.
of that other stuff. But next time I will be a part of the team because we're gonna have a team next time.
Yeah.
So
I know, so we can participate because what I enjoyed is just listening to everyone reflect and purge things. And I didn't know, I was so engrossed trying to help people get signed in that people are over there like releasing it through tears, through laughter,
yes,
everything. I'm like, wow.
it was definitely exactly what you just described it as, a purge.
Hmm.
It was interesting
Yeah.
to say the least. We got some really good pictures out of the event, and I mean, I just had a good time overall. So
So next time,
today,
don't miss it. Next
yes,
time,
yes,
try to be there or
and
be
we're gonna
square.
do some good advertisement next time because I'm glad to be a part of it. So
Yeah.
people can make sure that they come, and we just not throwing y'all no dog bones. Like it was really good,
It was,
and
oh, and that sandwich was really good too. That Rise God.
yeah, I didn't get to taste it, but
Oh,
I
you gave
trust
it
and
to
believe.
me.
I trust and believe that you were right because you are not the only one that said it was good though. So they
Yeah.
said the lunch she provided was really, really great.
Hmm.
Um, but today, listen, we are gonna dive in on Beyonce's song "Church Girl,"
Yes.
and we are really going to go all the way there. I am not trying to be on no, how other people are kind of trying to go there, like, the satanic parts. So I'm not trying to go that deep. I just want to dissect the song because it's just was an interesting song for me when I was listening to the album. I am not a beehive, but I
Yeah.
am a Beyonce fan. So I do listen to Beyonce. Some of her projects I kind of skipped over. It was like birthday, B day, and then I kind of skipped over some stuff, and then I kind of circled back around
Hmm.
to some later projects. But like I said, I'm not a beehive, so I'm not coming out to attack nobody. I just, but I am a Beyonce fan, so
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
want to.
gonna.
I want to jump in and say that too. That I like Beyonce. As an artist,
Mm-hmm.
because she's about making that money.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I totally on board with that. But I'm not a member of the Beehive, so I'm asking,
Mm-mm.
don't come for me either.
Right, exactly.
Seriously, because I do respect her as an artist and she's just a beautiful person.
She is.
Appears to be inside and out. I'm not, and I want to say this too, because when we get into this talk, because as you guys know, Keela is like a music person. She listens to music. She can tell you back on, believe it was September 2nd, 1989, when such and such came out with this song and it was about this and anything about Eminem. That's not me. What I do is I listen to a song, I like it, I'll put it on a continuous loop. And then after that, I'm like done with it until it
Right.
comes up again. I could tell you what I was doing when a certain song came
Came
out,
out.
what was
Right.
going on in my stage in my life, but I do not get in and like dissect and know when the authors are born. And I
See,
don't get
I
into
love that. I love that. But I don't know if it's a part of the writer that's in me that I just like to dissect the words because I will listen to words before I listen to a
all.
beat.
Mhm.
So if I like the words, then I like the song. It's weird. Some people automatically listen to the beat and then they don't have a clue as to what the words are saying.
Yeah.
And then they like, oh, all these years I didn't know that's what she was saying. And I'm like,
No.
yeah. So I'm a little backwards when it comes to stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I could totally take a song that is hated, and if I love the words, it totally changes the meaning of the song for me.
Yeah.
Like it could be something that people be like, girl, that song is so cringy. I'm like, but did you hear the words? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I am that person. But today we are definitely going all the way there. So with that being said, oh, and we want you guys to share this. Share the post, hit like, all of that great stuff. Comment, let us know how you feeling and share the post.
Yeah, and
So,
then if you did not listen to the song yet, then go to where, Keela?
you can go to YouTube. Beyonce actually posted the song herself on her page on YouTube. You can go to iTunes. You can go to, I believe you were going to post the lyrics from the YouTube channel on our page. So
Yes,
they probably can go there and catch it as well. Um, and just hear the lyrics for yourself and let us know what you think. And so you
yes,
can
please.
add some commentary.
Hmm.
So, where are we going today, Tanya?
We are going all the way there.
All the way there.
There.
Oh, I hit the wrong button, DJ.
Where are we going today? All the way there. Let's go.
That doggone friend of yours. I'm like, what? I'm like, is it dragging? Is it slow?
No, I think we're gonna just do what you suggested and
Okay,
maybe liven up the
yeah.
the thing just
I'm
to give somebody something to watch. Yeah, because he
because
was tripping.
I'm excited to change that picture.
Yeah.
Get my own makeup on that picture. I was like, I could do my own makeup.
Girl, we won't do that again.
No, we will
Even
not.
so, the song that Beyonce wrote, hit the share button, is called Church Girl. But this song came off of her project called Renaissance. I personally like the album. Once you get probably past about 12, maybe it really wasn't that a favorite for me. But I was okay with listening to some of the music. Um, we want you to know this is really not it's just us just kind of breaking it apart. That's pretty much it. Um, it's no judgment. It's literally just a discussion. I'm not going all deep like some of these pastors and stuff went. I'm not doing that. But first let's even talk about what the word renaissance mean. Okay.
Okay.
So the word renaissance is the revival of art and literature under the influence of classical models in the 14th to 16th centuries. it is the culture and style of art, or it is a revival or renewed interest in something. So that might explain why she had a lot of samples from different artists, because she was reviving some old art. So a lot of people kind of took it like all she did was sample a bunch of music. But once you really understand what really Renaissance means,
Exactly.
she just revived, restructured some old things that were already good and just brought them back to life.
Yeah. And those people should be grateful
And
because the Beehive will buy
learn
it.
some new stuff.
And she gave them credit for it.
She
So
did. She
yeah.
did. And we're not gonna go into the whole Khalees thing because that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah,
But
she messed herself up.
she messed herself up big time, and Beyonce scratched her off right on off. But she's a mogul woman, so she made the executive decision to say, hey, if you want to go online and complain, then I'll just knock you out the box.
Yeah. And moved on with her life.
Sometimes be careful what you wish for,
Uh-huh.
because you just might get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, the lyrics to this song, because we cannot actually post the song, for copyrights reasons, but I am going to read some of the lyrics. So, in the lyrics, it says, first, before we even do that, let's talk about the introduction of the song where she samples the Clark sisters.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so can I just, before you, because
Yes.
you don't really go all the way there. So when you said you wanted to, let's talk about Church Girl on the podcast, I'm like, what is that? Because I really do not know. I had no clue until you mentioned it. And so I think it was Thursday when I finally said, let me take time to listen to the song. So when it started, I was like, oh,
right.
Then that beat drop, you know how they say when the beat drop, I was like,
I know. I wasn't expecting that when I first heard it. I was just like,
it was like such a shock. Like, what? I did not see that coming.
And then the shock came because of what she was saying.
Yes.
So it was like, wait, what? Like, first we was all deep into it, and I'm like, then she went and grabbed some old stuff, and then it just spent
like that. Okay, so go ahead. What were you about to say?
So if you don't know, if you haven't listened to the song, she sampled the Clark sisters' Center Thy Will. And I think the newer version of the song, I think they just labeled it Holy Will. But it is really a classic song. It's an all-time favorite. If you are a Clark sisters fan or you listen to their music, it is one you're going to know off of the You Bring the Sunshine album. You Brought the Sunshine album. It's on that album. That's a classical album. Like, if you know anything about the Clark sisters, you probably know that song. So I was like, okay, this is great. She sampled that song, and I'm like, wow, she got a really nice church song on here. But a lot of the Christians, and I'm not gonna say the Christians, like I'm not one, got upset because the Clark sisters, they were appreciative that she used the song. They were appreciative that she listened to their song. So a lot of people were like, well, I feel like they aren't examples of Christ by being so excited that Beyonce used their song. I look at it in a different light, okay? Because I am one who feel like in the midst of you losing some listeners, you're going to gain some.
Oh, yes.
So there are a lot of people who have never heard that song that probably want to go and hear the original.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because people like me like to do comparisons. I'm like, oh man, this feels nostalgia. I went back and listened to the album, their album, probably 3 times since Beyonce album came out, because I dug it out of the archives because it brought it back to surface, right? But how do you feel about that, Tanya? Like, do you feel like people feel like because they aren't being in true leadership because they thanked her for liking the album, for using their sample, that's not true leadership? Like, how do you feel about that?
I think that it's okay that they thank Beyonce.
Right.
Because just like you said, you may lose some, but you may gain even more.
Right.
And not only that, it just that whole like super spiritual Christian,
Mm,
they're the ones that's probably really upset, and those are the ones that will turn people away from Christ. So
mm-hmm,
even if people go back and listen, that may be their leading, to the Lord, listening to the Clark sisters, and it
mm-hmm,
may be through Beyonce.
mm-hmm.
And even if it's not, I don't even. What am I trying to say? Even if they're not, they decide to be a certain type of Christian. At least they are still, you know, putting their foot, in
Uh,
both worlds. Who's to say that they won't completely go over to the?
exactly.
So yeah,
And plenty of times people are introduced to Christ in multiple ways.
yes.
Like I know of a person who told a story that they literally got saved in a club
Mm,
and did not go back to a club after that day. Like somebody ministered to them in a club. And then they said somebody was passing judgment, like, but what was that person doing in the club? And they were like, well, I feel like they were there for me that night.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
I feel like they were there for me that night. So you really don't know how things are going to be introduced to
mhm.
you, what is going to bring, what the future holds for all of that stuff. I know a lot of people are just straight black and white. No, these roads should not meet. But I totally disagree.
I do too.
I totally disagree. Now, I do listen to all types of music, and I know some people, Christians, are totally against that, but I am very selective about what I allow to just constantly replay in my head. Like, I'm definitely not Phyllis Hyman. She is one of my all-time favorite artists. She is somebody I cannot listen to all the time. I totally just be falling into some weird deep depression. And then I think about it later, like, God, probably because I've been listening to Phyllis Hyman.
You said
And
that name, and the first song that popped is "I Can't Stand This Living On."
exactly.
That's the song that pops in my head. So that's what I
Or
mean about artists. You could probably name about 10 of her songs.
like my favorite one. And my mom, I think I was a teenager, and my mom is the one that brought this to my attention before even knowing it. And I used to love her song, Living in Confusion, right? And it seems
I don't
like
even know
I'm
that.
always going through changes. I'm living in confusion. And my mother came in my room and was like, why do you keep playing that? And I really was not living in confusion. I just liked the song. Like
Uh-huh,
I genuinely
uh-huh,
just liked the song. And
right.
then after my mother said that, she was like, because you keep singing it and you got it on repeat. Are you gonna be living in confusion? I'm like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. But it's the truth. The stuff that you continually allow to replay and replay in
I
your
know.
ear.
I
So
know.
you do have to guard your ear gates and your heart gates, however you want to say it, to just to know what's going in, what you're feeding yourself all the time.
Girl, there are like pastors, and I won't say specifically, that said that we shouldn't even listen to jazz because jazz means confusion. And I'm like, what? When I first,
Oh.
like, that is just taking it to a whole nother level that I'm not willing to go there with you because you can't tell me I can't listen to Kenny G. And
Yeah,
that's
see,
others.
I'll let the Lord tell me that, have his way
Uh-huh.
with me, because
Mhm.
I'm tired of y'all trying to tell me what to do. Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, church girls,
Okay.
the wording to her, this is how it started off. And of course, if you know the Clark Sisters song, it say, ooh, ooh, I want to be centered. I want to be centered. I want to be centered in thy will. I've been up. I've been down. Feel like I move mountains. Got friend that cry fountains. And I'm gonna tell you this part. I like that part because that part, Tanya, reminds me of like, I think that's why I like that part of the song, because it say, feel like I move mountains. I got friends that cry fountains. I feel like those are your friends that are supportive.
Yes.
Like, Tanya, like I say all the time on our podcast, there have been plenty of days you have gotten phone calls and
Hmm.
been there for me. So
Hmm.
to me, the song was moving because I'm like, oh, I can think of all my friends who have genuinely been there for me, for me. You know what I mean?
Yes. Hmm.
And then she says, I'm warning everybody. Soon as I get in this party, I'm gonna let go this body. I'm gonna love on me, and nobody can judge me but me. I was born free.
Uh huh.
So in that part, she basically saying, I'm doing me tonight.
Yes. Yes.
I'm doing me tonight. So I'm telling y'all now, I'm warning y'all, as soon as I get in this party, what y'all seen on Sunday ain't happening
No.
when we get in this party.
No. No.
Period. I'm letting loose. So
And
y'all might not even recognize this person.
and as soon as it's like whoop, it's nothing like a dimmer. It's
And
just like you drop it like a
that's what she
go
says.
ahead.
Like, that's the next words. I'm going to drop it like a thotty.
Hot.
Drop it like a thotty. And if people don't know what a thought is, for those who don't know what a thought is, it is those
Hose.
over there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So you basically referencing yourself as a hoe.
Yes.
Okay. So she says, church girls acting loose, bad girls acting snotty. Let it go, girl. Let it go, girl. Twerk that A like you came up out the south.
Yes.
I said drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Bad girl acting church, but church girl don't hurt nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, she said, I'm going in so hard. I ain't trying to hurt you, but I'm really about to go in.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell you, that's where the sun took a weird twist for me. Because
Right off the bat.
right off the bat, because I'm going to tell you, I was really into the song. I've never been one to do the club, so I'm not judging people who go to the club, okay? But what I am saying is, I don't know how they go together. You know what I'm saying? And I do understand she want to be free, but I don't want to be a thought. I don't want to reference the thought, and I don't want to drop it like a thought. I do want to be loose, but I'm still gonna represent who I am, true to my soul. So to me, I look at it as a representation of living two different lives. What do you think?
Yeah, the same. It's I think well, I don't know. Like when I heard this, like when you like in church, you're just so pent up, and you're just looking for a way to like let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the doctrine that you're studying, like especially like the sanctified, where you can't wear red lipstick or red nail polish or
Ankle
stock
bracelet.
ankle bracelets or fishnets or nothing like that. And so it's just like you finally just able to just like express yourself, and you just tired of like all the judgment from the church, because I think she said something
Legalism a
about
little bit.
judgment
Mm-hmm.
too. And then when you there, you just it's like doesn't she have like an alter ego? It's like
Yes, she does. Sasha Fierce.
like Sasha. So
Yeah.
maybe that's what she's encouraging
Very good.
these women to do.
Have an alter
Have
ego.
an alter ego and saying that if you do have one, it's okay because you were born free.
You were born free.
You're born free.
I actually like that perspective. Angel had a good perspective similar to yours too, because she was saying, "My, it is a lot of people that do go to the club on Saturday night and go to church the next
Oh
morning."
yeah. Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Yeah, we know that there's plenty of people." She said, "But I don't think that they're always there to live two different lives. They just they want to go and have fun and still serve the Lord. But so many people judge them because they do that,
Mm-hmm.
that then they hide that part of their lives." Hmm. Very interesting.
That's true. Right.
So I thought that that was very interesting. So this is the part that really, she said, you can be my daddy if you want to. You can be my daddy. You can get it tatted if you want to. You can get it tatted if you want to. First of all, you ain't gonna be my daddy. Okay. Because to me, that is starting to solicit some other things, but that's just me. When we talk about you could be my daddy if you want to. So, I mean, what you think?
Okay. So there are women that call their boyfriends daddy, and they like
Right.
because they're
Right.
like controlling certain areas in their life where they just feel like, ooh, you leader ruling. So I think that's what she meant when she said daddy.
Okay, so I believe I agree with you. But when I think of the club scene, I'm thinking of the person, any random person that you dancing with. So she didn't talk about, maybe because one other part of the song, she said, "I'm just enjoying the night with a woman that don't have a man." So at this point, are you just calling whoever takes the lead? You could be my daddy if you want to tonight, maybe.
Maybe just for that night because it's just fun to, and that's part of her being free.
Yeah, don't
And
mean she got to leave with him though.
mhm.
It don't mean she got to leave with him though.
No, I just think it's part of her, just being free in that moment. And if it's some man that feels like they're strong enough or whatever to come over to her
For that moment,
while she's being that thought, she's gonna be like, okay, if you want to join the fun, you could be
my
daddy
daddy, if you
if you want
want to.
to, because he's joining her fun
Okay.
at that particular time.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
So she says, let me go down. She says, and then this is the part. Oh, she said, put your lights in the sky, get this MFer Liddy. We gonna shake that A like them pretty old bees, basically.
Yeah.
Um, so get your racks up, get your math up. And if anybody know what racks is get your money up, get your goals up, get your life up, basically level up.
Oh, you know what I thought racks were?
What?
And this is me not knowing when she said racks. I thought she was telling like the women to like get their boobs up. I thought that was a rack.
Well, that is a rack, but that's not what she meant in the song.
Okay, got it.
And so she says, get your racks up. It's um basically level
Get your
up.
money ready, like
Get your money. Yes, that's basically what she's saying. Get your racks up, get your goals up, level up, basically. Get on my level is what she's saying.
okay.
Then she says, get your math up, make it make sense, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, and make that money multiply.
Okay.
um, and then she says, "I'ma back it up," and we all know what I'ma back it up. That's an old term. I'ma back it up. You don't
Yeah.
back yourself up into somebody. Um, I see them gray sweats. I see them blank checks. So if
You know about the
anybody
gray sweats.
if anybody follow my page, I make a joke about the gray sweats every fall. It's my thing I do. It's gray sweat season. It is an inside joke because everybody universal knows what it means. But
Uh-huh.
because men like to see women in their sundresses in the summer, it became a thing to say we want to see y'all in y'all gray sweats because
Right.
if
Uh-huh.
you look good, if you got a nice body type, men do look awesome in gray sweats. But I'm not gonna go too deep into the part that they be looking for in the gray sweats, but we all know what that mean, right?
Mhm.
But she basically telling them, I see you in your gray sweats. I see you in your gray sweats. So then she goes back to the Christian part, the spiritual side of the song. She says, I'm finally on the other side. I finally found the urge to smile. Swimming through the oceans of tears, we cried. You know you got church in the morning, but you're doing God's work. You going in. You doing God's work. Like he created you to do this.
I know.
You ain't trying to hurt nobody. She is just trying to do the best she can, happy on her own, with her friends, without a man. So what do you digest on that part, Tanya?
Read those
A
again.
lot of church women don't be having men though. So I don't know how I translated that. I want to hear your perspective. Hold
Well,
on now.
yeah. Read it again. Read it
I'm
again.
finally on the other side. I finally found the urge to smile. Swimming through the oceans of tears we cried. You know you got church in the morning, but you're doing God's work. You're going in. She ain't trying to hurt nobody, She is trying to do the best she can, happy on her own with her friends without a man.
Okay. What do I think about that
That
part?
can actually be translated a couple of ways.
Yeah, I think because she's living, this is definitely gonna turn the heads of some churchmen because they low key freaky deaky. They can't really
Yeah.
say that they are,
Oh, honey, because you know I know.
and so hello. So yeah, so she said she's gonna be happy regardless, whether she get her a man or not,
Right. I'm
yeah,
happy on my own.
church or not, but she is happy, and that's the way you should be, whole on your own.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Happy on
so
my own
then
with my friends that
who's
then cry fountains without a man. Like, I don't need you to make me.
exactly make
Right.
me whole or make me a woman or whomever you think she's gonna be who she wants to be. Now let's
Exactly.
go back to saying that, like that part where she said you be my daddy, you could be my daddy. That whole part,
Yeah.
I think she's speaking once again, to the church men. Like you could be daddy if you want to, but I'm gonna be who I am.
That's a good spin, Tanya.
I'm gonna be who I am. You could be daddy if you want to, but she's not gonna change who she is
For you.
for you. Yeah.
That's really, really a really good spin. Cause I didn't go nowhere near that.
What would you
And
think?
no, I mean, I actually, now that you said that and put that thought in my head, that actually kind of makes sense. So I am in agreement with you when she was talking about you could be my daddy. I'm thinking like for the night. She said I'm letting go tonight regardless. So whoever gets to be the lucky person for tonight, you can be my daddy if you want to.
Mm.
That's how I was, taking it. So then she goes to, kind of a repetitive of the chorus part, and then she say it must be the cash because it ain't your face. It must be the cash because it ain't your face.
And so that's where I know that she's just being an artist, and I
Right.
not think that she's talking about her husband.
No, I don't think she is talking about her husband, but who knows? Maybe somewhere deep down in the side, she like it must be. I mean, I don't think that she would talk about her husband. I'm gonna say
Uh-huh.
that, but maybe she's saying, "Look, it must be the cash because it ain't your face." Like, don't think you all of that. You spending this money because her next line is now spend that cash a little harder, and she might let you dive in the water.
And
Yeah,
that's when she's the thought because she's
that's
gonna
when
drop it like it's hot.
because she gonna drop it like it's hot. And then she say, I ain't trying to hurt nobody, trying to bring the life up in your body.
Getting them to loosen up.
Yeah.
Yeah, loosen up.
Basically. So I'm not gonna lie. I personally, when I first heard it, I was like, oh snap. That really that right there, it was a weird twist. But
Hmm.
then the more I dissected the words and then listening to my daughter's, perspective on the song, I was like, I know a lot of people was feeling so convicted about the song or whatever. I personally like the beat. That's kind of how they get you. I do like parts of the words that you say, I am not a thought at all,
Hmm.
you know. But
Kevin.
who was that just I didn't see him.
Oh, good, but oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
But we do know that when you think of music,
I know why he
mu-
didn't know. I'm sorry because he leaves his phone downstairs when he's asleep. And I texted them like, well, if you come down the stairs,
I'm gonna be on the
you're
podcast.
gonna be in a podcast. And so that's why when you saw me looking, Cohen was crawling on the floor. And so that's why Kevin just came down here like Tarzan.
I didn't even see him.
So his
So
phone is downstairs. Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
we know that music is the universal bridge for different cultures, different people. You either like it or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
but it's normally people can find some common ground. It normally breaks barriers. Music can normally break barriers,
Oh yeah,
right?
it does all the time. Uh-huh.
So I know I've seen a lot of older people like, oh, it's just trash. This music is garbage. And for me, when I say a song is trash, it's because I listen to the words and it's just trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not calling it trash because it's something I cannot relate to. Like, some people do. Well, I can't really relate to that. It's just garbage is not art. I think art is in different forms and art is received by those who receive that part of
Whoever it's for.
for whoever it's for.
Yeah,
So if you can't get on board with it, then it's just not your thing.
exactly. Yeah, the
You
artist,
know, because I can name a couple.
audience, the audience decides on who the artist is for, not the other way around. Like the
Exactly.
artist does what they do and they just put it out there, and people gravitate towards whatever it is they like about whatever that art is.
Exactly.
You know.
That's
Mhm.
what I like. So, now that we've analyzed the song, and y'all can answer in the comments too, do you feel like the song is hypocritical, or do you look at it more as an art form?
I think it's just art. It's just being expressive. I don't know. Then I'm just okay. So let me just go back to when I was a little girl, and there was this group of the sanctified family that stayed on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And seriously, all they had all girls. I don't think it was a boy in the house, and they were all
Okay.
sanctified, wearing skirts, and everyone would always talk about the Jesus lovers or the sanctified girls, and I really didn't know what that meant, but they were like kind of set apart from everyone else because they
Okay.
just stayed down there. But then there was this one boy that I had this crush on, and one of the sisters in that house, because you couldn't tell me he wasn't my boyfriend,
Okay.
she started like going out with him. And the next thing you know, I will always see her going over their house. And somebody said, oh, they're having sex. And I was like, but they shouldn't be doing that because you guys said that they were Jesus lovers.
Sanctified. Right.
So now I wonder, now I'm just thinking about this church girl song. And she was probably just living out these lyrics and didn't even know that she was being called that thought. I didn't know what the thought was,
Exactly.
but those are my thoughts because I thought he was going to be my boyfriend. So anyway, so I think I don't think it's hypocritical. I think it's just song just allows people or women to be who they want to be. And so if they are going to church, let them go to church and love on the Lord, but not denying their expressive selves
Who they
in the
truly
club.
are.
Yeah, and it may not even be a physical place, as in like the club or at the
Mm-hmm.
party.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it could be in their own living room
Without judgment.
without judgment, and with their friends coming over and
Mm-hmm.
just watching them. And because it was like one part of the song when I was listening to it, I'm like, is this for some pole dancers?
Right. Right.
Because it
Right.
seemed like there was swinging on the pole somewhere, and they could
Right.
definitely be doing this to her song. And pole dancing is a form of expression, and maybe they're just in the living room just having a good time.
It's possible. I totally agree with that. Like when I first heard it, I was like, oh God, what kind of messages is sending? But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, it it can be a little bit liberating, because for me, as a person who felt like I've always been a little kind of unorthodox,
Mm-hmm.
compared to what people have described you as supposedly be living. I would always be considered the what they would call the black sheep or the
Uh-huh.
rogue, or you know what I'm trying to say. Because I feel like if I'm gonna serve a God, I know the genuine relationship with God do not come with all these stipulations.
Mm-hmm.
And even in God transforming me and giving me, he still gave me um my personality, my
Mm-hmm.
calling, who I
Mm-hmm.
am, that is going to attract a certain crowd of people.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I will not have, not you and I personally, but you know what I mean, will not have the same type of people that's going to draw them closer to him. And I think sometimes a lot of Christians get caught up in that, it's supposed to be one way or the highway type of a thing, and they can't get into that just can't be God.
Right.
And I'm not saying that this song is, so let's not confuse that. What
Right.
I am saying is I believe that that little sample at the beginning is going to do a lot more good than it is
Hmm.
harm, as what people were trying to say.
Yeah.
Another point I saw a minister bring up is he was saying, a lot of women want to be married in the church, they are single, and you listening to songs like this type of woman that represents the church, you want a godly husband, and this is why godly men don't find you, because you are this type of woman that want to drop it like a thought.
Who said that? John Gray.
No, it wasn't John Gray. I don't know if you know Marcus Rogers. He's been kind of known on. I stopped listening to him around the time that the election time, because he was going so hard for a certain person. But yeah, he said that the other day. Somebody actually sent it to me, and I was like, I don't even listen to him. But then I said, well, you know what, we getting ready to do a podcast on it. Let me go back and see what he had to say about it. So I went back to listen, and that was one of the things he said. This person that she's singing about on here don't get a husband.
I don't know. And that's just him, sure. But I'm behind closed doors. He may not want his wife or significant other, whomever, to bust it up, act up, like she was saying, for everyone else.
Right.
Sure, he would appreciate it if it was behind, like you
Yeah.
said, closed doors. And I don't know. I don't. There's probably some church guys that's like, yes,
Finally, Beyonce,
yeah.
get them out of that shell and that turtleneck.
What's up, act up? Yeah.
I really like the song, and do you think, I mean, because people can respond and react the way they want to the song. Everybody is going to have their own opinion about it. I think some people overreacted. Yeah, but that's just my opinion. I mean, we all got our own journey and course.
Hmm.
But some people went so deep with it, into the satanic part of it, and just the whole album itself. I'm not getting into all of that.
Yeah, I don't think that we could place meaning on it like directly.
Hmm.
It's just I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's satanic. I just think that it's an expression of art. No, like real true meaning behind it. She's an artist. And
Right.
he caused like some women that are like stiff and holier than thou to just be able to just breathe a little and just let it out.
Right.
Then I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I agree.
I don't. I mean, and you just pick and choose. If you don't like it and you think that it's satanic and it's turning your heart dark and cold, then don't you listen to it.
Girl. See,
But if
that's how I feel, Tanya.
but if it's some people that can listen to it and just know God for themselves and know that they're not being condemned because they want to shake it like a thought and bust it up and down,
Right.
then
And I think that's what it is. You have to know for yourself
hmm
what you can listen to and what you can't. Like me, for myself, I know certain things that I cannot listen to when it comes to certain movies, when it comes to certain, like, I do not do well with movies that have anything to do, like satanic movies, like witchcraft and calling up conjuring spirit, like those don't sit well in my spirit. Some
hmm
people can. So you have to know yourself, you have to have a personal relationship with God. um and honestly, you just can't be listening to what everybody is saying. People will have you so confused.
oh yeah.
You have to listen to your own convictions, your own spirit. What is God telling you personally? And that's how I feel. I personally enjoy the album. Um, I like it. I have listened to it a little bit. I think that song is like a really good workout song. Now, is that some song I just want to be listening to over and over and over again? No, I mean I'm not trying to adopt that type of a culture, but I do like the album. I do. Put it in
That's the only
hindsight.
one I listen to.
Huh?
Only because of this. And like I said, I like Beyonce. This is the only song that I've heard from her album.
Mm-hmm.
And I doubt if I happen to stumble across the other songs, and I'll listen to it too. Um, listen to those as well. But I'm not like, I mean, seriously, I pay for Apple Music subscription with my kids because
Right.
I just help them like pay the bill and whenever. Because Ted be like, it's Apple Music time. I'm like, oh, I forgot I had it, and literally, I listen to Apple Music for a few days. After that, then I'm done until the next time it's time to pay again.
Let me
So
tell
I'm not
y'all,
that kind of person, music person.
my Apple Music is played every single day. If
Really?
it is somebody who get use of their Apple Music, it is me. I am. It is not a day. Now my TV might not ever come on, but Apple Music is always playing
Wow. Now I'm just the opposite.
every day. Every day, I get full use of my Apple Music. But I like music though. So
Mhm.
it is constantly playing of what I do. Like I said, I may not ever, I can be in my house probably 3 days straight in a row and never turn my TV on. But I can guarantee you that something is going to be playing on that Apple Music.
Wow. Now,
And I got a little playlist. It goes from church, it goes from Eminem, it goes from, however, I feel like I'm feeling that day. But yeah, I do get full use of it. But again, it's about what you allow into your spirit.
yeah, because you just said Eminem. Would you say he's a gangster rapper?
I wouldn't call him a gangster rapper, honestly. I would just say more hip hop because he
Mhm.
really don't talk about thugging and stuff like that.
So, do you listen to like gangster rap? Gangster rap? I don't even know who will be.
Um, I do but not as often. I listen to more conscious rap. Um, Gangster rap would be like your Ice Cube or not as much, but
Okay.
like a Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, yeah, he do be having an attitude a lot of times, but I wouldn't consider him gangster though.
Like Big Sean is not gangster either.
No,
What about what about women? Um,
rappers. I do like Nicki Minaj.
okay.
I
Now, what
do.
kind of would you say she is though?
What would I call Nicki Minaj? I would just call her more hip hop because she don't really talk about gangster stuff though. Sometimes it makes me uncomfortable when she's talking about certain party parts, but because she's so forward with it, and
Mhm.
I'm still, even though I'm still censored to some. It's weird because I can hear certain things, and then certain things be like, I don't know, it's a little tender for my ears when it just goes straight. Hear a girl just be saying a p word all the time, and it's just weird. You know what I mean?
So yeah, the reason I was asking though is because I know that you're grounded in, in God and the Word of God.
Yeah.
You absolutely love the Lord, but you can listen to all those things and
Hmm.
not change your relationship that you have with Him.
No, I can't.
And so yeah, so the people that allow artists like Beyonce and her church girl to change the relationship that you have with God in a negative way, then
Hmm.
this type of music may not be for them.
Perfectly
So,
said.
so that's why I was just asking, like, what kind of music do you listen to? Because
Yeah, because it does basically boil down to how grounded are you. And
mhm,
even how grounded you are, you still have to be careful. Like that's not something I'm continually listening to every day.
right,
I'm not playing Eminem every single day
mhm,
because when I feel like I need to get into a mode, then
mhm,
I'm in an Eminem mode. When I know I got to do something where the different side of Keela got to show up. I know, and it's weird
oh,
because music do play those parts. But
uh-huh,
if I'm going to go into a worship mode, then I make sure that I do play the part. But even after a breakup, I steer away from certain music that's
Mhm.
going to take me back down a path of even making me think about a person,
Mhm.
that's gonna have me feeling sad or lonely. I take them out of the rotation because I don't want to allow myself to drift over. And that music is very powerful.
Oh my goodness, yes, it
It
is.
is so, and I think people underestimate the influence of
Mhm.
music. Like even sometimes when I'm trying to sleep, and I remember one time having a really, really bad nightmare. And I don't really have a lot of bad nightmares, but I just woke up and put on the CC Winans Alone in His Present album. And I put it on very low, but just so I could fall asleep to that music, because
Mhm.
I know in my subconscious mind it would be playing
Oh
in the
yeah.
background. So yeah, music is a very powerful instrument that people
Yes,
take
it
it
is.
for granted, or they underestimate it, I should say,
Mhm.
the influence of music. So we had a very good topic.
We did, and I didn't know that we could stretch it out, but I mean, it flowed organically, and it was a
it,
really good conversation.
it did. So I know, Tanya, you always give a challenge every week. What do you think the challenge would be for this week?
Oh, there are probably people out there like me that didn't even hear this church girl. So I challenge you all to listen to Church Girl, whether you are male or female,
Mm-hmm.
and just listen to the song for yourself and just come up with your own opinion about it. And you may not even have one,
Right.
but yeah, listen to it.
And let us know. Let us know on the page how you feel. It's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Um, Let us know. And
Yeah,
then
your first. I want to know like your very first impression, like
yes.
your very first impression, and when you heard it, and like when your how that beat dropped and how you felt. Did you felt like I did, like, or did you,
I did. I know I did.
or did
And
you want to get up and drop it?
I'm not easily shocked or embarrassed. So it did throw me. It
Uh-huh.
did throw me. And maybe because of the Clark sisters original beat came in, I mean original song came in, and then it just spent. Like that boy just spent. So it
It
was
was
like
literally like whoop,
like wait, what?
like what just happened?
Then for a quick second on my first listening, I felt a little convicted. And then after I listened to it the second time, and then after talking to Angel about how she was feeling about it, I was like, okay, maybe I'm kind of overreacting. Maybe I'm not. But it is always great to hear other people's
It
perspectives of the
is.
song,
It
because
is.
sometimes you can't be so uptight that
Mhm.
you just take all the fun out of what it is supposed to
Everything.
do.
And just dissect and just say, oh, they're going to hell. No,
Right.
no, let's back up from there. No. Oh, they'll
I'm,
never be married. No, let's back up from there because
exactly.
it's someone for everyone. And I'm telling you, it's these church guys that's probably secretly wanting that little freaking band,
Tanya.
you know?
Tanya.
And if you dropping it and bouncing it and busting it up and backing it up, and what else did she say? I had to write it
Yeah.
down.
She
Act
said,
up, count
yeah.
up,
Yeah. I mean,
twirl,
ain't nothing wrong with you doing that for your husband. Period. So
get in
I don't,
the party and let go in that body.
but I'm gonna tell you that part did do something to me, because Tanya, I kind of consider, I don't want to say a free soul, because now that term has brought on a new meaning. Like back then when I used to say free spirited, it means that I was open to a lot of things. Now free spirit, it means something totally different that I am so not.
Mhm.
But that did make me feel like, not necessarily in the club somewhere, but just I'm just gonna let go
Yeah.
and just be who I am. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And yeah, I enjoyed it. So y'all let us know. Let us
Please,
know.
that's
Take
a challenge. Listen to it and share with us.
definitely
Go all the way there.
go.
We're not judgmental. We just want to hear. If
Yeah,
you
we
think
do.
you're going to hell for liking it, let us know you think you were going to hell, but we're not.
I know. You
You
said
know, it's
that.
gonna be some people like, oh,
I'm not listening to them anymore, but we're gonna be open minded about it. And like I said, there's no judgment. I'm not sending Beyonce to no hell, because for one, I don't have a heaven or hell to put her in.
man, no.
But that's something she got to take up with God herself.
Hmm.
And She got a lot of clearance on the album, so maybe she got clearance from him. Who knows? I don't
You
know.
know, who
But
knows?
but we want you all to have an awesome week.
Yes, 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 yes.
And we will see you guys next Sunday.
Yep. Next Sunday we're gonna do a little back to school action.
Yay! That's gonna be fun. I
Yes.
think that's gonna be fun. So come prepared for that back to school action, and share the video. Don't forget to
Yes.
share.
Don't
Don't
forget.
forget to tag us or whatever with your thoughts and opinions in your post or whatever. And just let us know. Let's have a conversation about it. But with that being said, everybody have an awesome
Have
week.
a good week. Be safe.
Be safe.
Bueno.